Once, Lord Buddha was among his disciples when a disciple asked, "Lord, what is karma and why and how must we face its consequences?" Buddha replied, "Dear, karma or deeds not only involve our speech and actions, but also our thoughts, feelings, and desires. Each of our thoughts and actions makes our destiny, and we are bound to face the consequences in one way or another." To illustrate his point, Buddha shared a deeply inspiring story that carries an invaluable lesson for all. We request you to spend just a few minutes and watch this video till the end. In a certain city, there lived a sandalwood merchant. His business was growing well and he was happy and satisfied. However, a period of recession started in business, causing the merchant to suffer huge losses. Amid constant recession and losses, and with no potential buyers, the merchant found himself wishing for the death of the king. He expected that his stock of sandalwood could be sold for the royal cremation, thus compensating for the losses. As there seemed to be no other solution, his wild wish increasingly controlled his thoughts and mind. On the king's birthday, as prominent figures of the city gathered to express their good wishes, the merchant also joined the celebration out of just formality. But upon catching sight of the merchant, a strong wave of hatred and animosity surged in the king's mind, desiring to imprison or even execute him. However, being a wise and a fair king, he let the merchant go unharmed with pretended pleasure on his face while concealing his inner ill will. The king himself did not know why he felt such ill will towards him, even though the merchant had not done him any wrong. Surprised by his own unexplained hatred, the king assigned his wise minister the task of finding the reason behind the feeling. Yet, discovering the reason within the king's mind wasn't at all an easy task. So, the minister disguised himself and began visiting the merchant regularly, earning his trust at last. Then the merchant, as a friend, revealed to the minister his secret desire for the king's death and his plan to sell sandalwood for profit. This is how the minister properly understood the cause of the ill will in the king's mind, which was merely a reflection of the merchant's own ill will. Then, taking a wise and calculated step, the minister arranged for the merchant to supply 5 kilograms of high-quality sandalwood daily, ensuring his profit and satisfaction. The precious wood would be used as firewood to prepare royal meals and also perform daily worships in the palace. This in turn transformed the merchant's ill will towards the king into goodwill, and he genuinely began wishing the king a healthy and long life ahead. On the birthday next year, as people flocked to the palace to extend their well wishes, the merchant arrived with gifts for the king, sincerely wishing him good health. However, this time the king felt no ill will towards him as before. Instead, his heart was filled with love and kindness, as if the merchant were his own brother and well-wisher. Puzzled by such emotional change within himself, the king again turned to the minister for an explanation. The minister then narrated the merchant's story, describing in detail how he had successfully changed the merchant's negativity into positivity, which thereby caused good feelings in the king's mind as its reflections and response. This helped the king fully understand the immense power of thoughts, with an insight that not only actions but also our thoughts and intentions can determine our destiny. Buddha very nicely taught, our mind is like a mirror, and whatever thoughts arise there send the reflections and vibrations to other people. In practical reality, the kindness and goodwill we have for others bring positive and favorable behavior in return, while ill will and negative thoughts invite harm for ourselves. So, let's not be mean and hold ill will towards anybody, but instead really try to be good to all others. This is fundamental for our overall well-being and happiness. Please don't forget to give your comment and subscribe to our channel. So many thanks to you.